Urgent Philadelphia Eagles fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Philadelphia Eagles updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey there, Eagles fans! Today, I've got some explosive news that's going to have you buzzing all over social media and NFL circles. It's about a potential game-changer for our beloved Philadelphia Eagles, especially when it comes to the secondary, a position that's been a focus of attention for quite some time now. And let me tell you, what's happening behind the scenes right now could very well reshape the Eagles' defensive backfield for the upcoming season. So, buckle up, because this story is packed with intriguing details, insider insights, and a future that looks pretty exciting for Eagles fans. Let's start with the big picture. The Eagles, as we all know, have been building a young and talented secondary over the past couple of seasons. Players like Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown, Kelee Ringo, and the recent draft picks have shown promise, but there's still that lingering question: can they sustain that high level of play and add some veteran leadership to really solidify the unit? That's where the rumors and reports about Justin Simmons come into play. Now, Simmons is a two-time Pro Bowler, a safety with a reputation for being a ball hawk, a player who's excelled under Vic Fangio's defensive schemes, and someone who could bring a wealth of experience and leadership to a secondary that's still in development. But why the buzz now? Well, it's because Simmons is currently a free agent, and interestingly enough, he's been openly expressing his interest in joining the Eagles. Yes, you heard that right. There's a lot of talk that Simmons might be the missing piece for the Eagles secondary, especially after losing some key veterans in recent moves. And the reasons behind this are multi-layered, rooted in both what Simmons brings on the field and his personal desire to reunite with a coach and system he's familiar with, Vic Fangio, the renowned defensive mind who once coached him in Denver and who now coaches the Eagles' defense. Now, for those of you who might not be fully up to speed, let me give you a quick rundown of Simmons' career. He's entering his age 31 season but remains a player with a lot to offer, especially in terms of football IQ and game awareness. His peak was during his 2019 season with the Denver Broncos, where he racked up 4 interceptions, 11 pass breakups, and allowed a remarkably low passer rating of just 32.1 when targeted. Those are elite numbers, and they highlight just how impactful he can be when fully healthy and in the right system. The thing is, Simmons hasn't had the easiest recent years. His stint with the Atlanta Falcons in 2024 was less stellar, and many analysts wonder if age and a different defensive scheme have started to take a toll. But what makes this story so compelling is the strong connection he has with Fangio, who's now with the Eagles. Baldinger, a respected NFL analyst and former player himself, has been vocal about this. On NFL Network, he mentioned that Simmons is very interested in coming to Philadelphia, and it's not just a casual interest, it's a genuine desire to make this move happen. Baldinger emphasized that it's not merely about a reunion with Fangio, but that Simmons has made it clear he wants to be in Philly. And that's a big deal because, traditionally, veteran players like Simmons won't openly express such interest unless they're truly motivated by the opportunity and the fit. Baldinger went further, explaining that Simmons is a high football IQ player who understands the game deeply, and that he would bring leadership and experience to a secondary that's still relatively young and developing. Remember, Philadelphia recently lost Darius Slay, one of their cornerstone cornerbacks, and that leaves a leadership vacuum that someone like Simmons could fill. Now, I want to pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news and keep you in the loop on all things Eagles, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it really makes a difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. So, what's the realistic outlook for Simmons? Well, as Baldinger pointed out, the Eagles have been strategic in building their secondary through the draft, selecting players like Andrew Mukuba out of Texas, Sidney Brown, and even drafting Kelee Ringo in 2022. These are talented young players with high ceilings, but they might still lack the veteran presence that Simmons can provide. The Eagles also signed cornerback Adoree Jackson in free agency, but given the depth of young talent like Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, and the promising rookie Mac McWilliams, Jackson might face a tough time earning significant playing time early on. It's also worth noting that the Eagles didn't lose Darius Slay or C.J. Gardner-Johnson for financial reasons. They made calculated moves to trim salary cap space, which shows a strategic plan to bolster the defense in the draft and with some veteran signings. The fact that they're considering adding a veteran safety like Simmons indicates they are looking for a seasoned leader, someone who can contribute immediately and help mentor the younger players. Now, some fans might be wondering, is Simmons still at a level where he can make an impact? That's a fair question. His recent season with the Falcons wasn't his best. He played more as a deep center fielder, which isn't his natural role, and he struggled at times. But remember, players can bounce back, especially when they're motivated and in a system that suits their strengths. The Eagles' defensive scheme, under new coordinator Sean Desai, might be just what Simmons needs to re-establish himself as a top-tier safety. Another interesting aspect is the financial side. It's likely that any deal for Simmons would be a short-term, low-risk contract, probably a one-year deal or a near-veteran minimum arrangement, similar to what the Eagles did with Jackson earlier this offseason. They're not just bringing him in for depth, they're looking for a leader, a player with high football IQ who can stabilize the back end and guide the younger safeties through the rigors of NFL competition. What does this all mean for the Eagles? Well, if Simmons signs, it could be a significant boost to their secondary, providing stability, leadership, and a proven playmaker. It would send a strong message to the rest of the league that the Eagles are serious about contending and willing to add veteran talent to complement their young core. It would also give fans a lot of excitement, knowing that the team is actively pursuing experienced players to push the team over the top. Now, let's talk about the broader picture. The Eagles have been one of the most innovative and aggressive teams in recent years, especially under Howie Roseman's leadership. They've built a roster that balances youth, talent, and veteran savvy. This offseason, they've made moves to fine-tune their defense, and adding someone like Simmons would be the icing on the cake. It shows they're not just content with what they have but are willing to make bold moves to improve. And for Simmons himself, joining the Eagles would be a great opportunity. Reuniting with Fangio, playing in a city that loves football, and having a chance to compete for a championship, these are all compelling factors. Plus, with the Eagles' defensive scheme and coaching staff, there's a real chance for Simmons to revitalize his career and showcase why he's been a two-time Pro Bowler. It's a perfect fit on paper, and the buzz in NFL circles is that it's only a matter of time before this move happens. So, Eagles fans, keep your eyes peeled because things are heating up. This story isn't finished yet, but all signs point toward a potential signing that could significantly impact the team's fortunes in 2024 and beyond. The Eagles are making strategic moves, and this addition could be the piece that pushes them from a good team into genuine Super Bowl contenders. The secondary needs leadership, experience, and playmaking. Justin Simmons offers all of that, and it looks like the Eagles are poised to make a push to get him. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Are you excited about the possibility of Simmons joining the team? Do you think he still has what it takes to be a difference maker? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the Eagles organization. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, insights, and all the latest news you need to stay ahead of the game. So stay tuned, and as always, go Eagles!